Hey everybody, it's Marcus with Awareness Business Group, and today's video is about an introduction to non-digital or offline marketing strategies. So I really love to talk about this topic because since the world has become so digitized and everyone is relying heavily on digital, which isn't wrong with it, they're forgetting that they need to also at the same time implement offline marketing strategies, the traditional methods, right? And I want to, before I get into the whole guts of everything, I just want to highlight how even though the digital revolution and the complete digitalization of the world has been very positive and very helpful for people around the world, it's also had a negative effect in terms of people's ability to be people in real life situations. You can hide behind a keyboard, people have to see your face, you don't have to stand up in front of a crowd of 300 people or 10,000 people and give a speech or teach. And so for me, that has been a very negative consequence of complete dependency on digitization in general, I guess, not just business but in life. So it's very important to always make sure that you step out of your comfort zone. And before I get into the details of everything, I'm just going to share a little story here. We have a customer of ours who has a really incredible story in regards to where he came from, how he was brought up, the trials and tribulations, the difficulties that he went through as a person, and how now he's on the right path to becoming a successful business owner. This particular client is from the cleaning industry, but a few weeks back we had a very deep conversation because he had expressed some concerns, and he was whining. And to be honest, he was whining that his business was hard, there wasn't enough sales coming in, he feels like he was doing everything that he was supposed to do, when that wasn't true. And as we dug deeper through the conversation, we realized that he was relying completely on digitization, digital marketing strategies, and referral, word mouth to mouth, right? Referral business, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's going to be slow growth if you just depend on that stuff, right? That's why it's important to do this offline stuff. So anyways, I said to him, have you gone and knocked on doors after you've done a job, let's say in a cul-de-sac or a 10 house radius or even 8 house radius, like neighbors and stuff? Have you gone with your uniform on, maybe a bag of candy, branded candy, or with a brochure and your business card stapled to it, and knocked on these doors, introduced yourself so they could see your wrap van outside the house of your neighbor, and introduce yourself. Hi, my name is, let's just say his name is Max, right? My name is Max. I'm with so-and-so company. We just cleaned your neighbor Joan's house, and we just wanted to take the opportunity to introduce ourselves. Here's some candy from us, or whatever it is you're going to use as a hook point. So you're, warm, friendly, helpful, introducing yourself, not in a creepy way, but in a professional way, and people can verify that they can talk to Joan after you leave. Hey, how was the service with Max? Was it good? Was it not? And do that every time you visit houses, and you'll slowly begin to build your business a lot quicker because you're face to face. People get to feel your energy, get to see you, they get to they get to judge your appearance. Are you properly dressed in your uniform? Are you clean? All this type of stuff. All these things are details that you can't get through digital marketing. And then also we talked about local events, and sure enough, he went to a local event and he started doing this, and now business for him is starting to really take hold. And he came back a few weeks later and said, you really kicked my ass. You were very harsh, because I can be very harsh on entrepreneurs, but in a good way. It's like tough love. And he ended up getting really great exposure at the little local event. He started knocking on doors without being so shy, and it's a result. You can see the results. He's getting more referrals. He's getting new business. He's becoming more recognized in the community because he's has his boots on the ground. While email marketing and his branding on his website and all this stuff is in place, it just takes longer. Digital marketing takes longer to take effect than certain traditional methods, that is, right? Because again, you can knock on people's door. If you have a job on Monday, you can hit 8, 9, 10 people, like shake their hand, have them answer the door, interact with them, which is going to have 100 times more impact than them seeing a Facebook ad or an email from you, right? Because they actually get to see you. You're a real person. And again, the pandemic only kind of made this worse because it forced everyone to be inside and isolated. So people are forgetting their people skills, and they get shy and get timid. And again, he came back and he said he was very happy. He even said he was mad. He was mad that I got hard on him and stuff. But at the end of the day, he realized it is what he needed. He needed that kick in the ass to get out the door. And and he's like, thank you so much. And he felt really he felt inspired because he believed in himself, right? And again, we're not coaches or motivators. No, we work with our entrepreneurs to help them become successful. But sometimes we give our entrepreneurs a swift kick in the ass, just like sometimes they'll give us a kick in the ass and stuff for things that we maybe overlook. But that's what a team is about. It's about compensation and complementing the weaknesses and strengths of each party involved. So yeah, anyways, hopefully that was insightful and helpful. And let's just kind of move into the guts of what non-digital or traditional marketing, offline marketing really is. So that includes trade shows, door-to-door. That includes local networking events. Also EDDM, billboards, wrapping your vehicle. Like, people don't understand. Let's take a van wrap design or a vehicle wrap design for the service industry, right? Because it doesn't apply to every industry, but particularly in the service industry. If you're a plumber, HVAC, electricity, carpet cleaner, construction company, things like this, investing between $3,500 to $4,000, maybe even $5,000 into a vehicle wrap is the most cost-effective way to have a moving billboard, because usually if you take care of your vehicles well, a vehicle wrap will last around 5 years. So it ends up being like $60, $90 a month, which is nothing, and it's every day. Thousands of people see it, right? Because I'm sure you're out on the road, you go to the store, you go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, whatever, grocery store, whatever the place may be that you choose, people will see and be able to interact with the your branding and your marketing on your vehicle, whether it's directly or indirectly. So again, you have then promotional items, you have sponsorships, broadcast and TV can sometimes be grouped into traditional marketing, but even though, like, if you look at podcasts, it's more digital now, but still, like, the older methods, TV, things like this is kind of more traditional. Networking events, hosting events, the EDDMs, right? The direct. I'm going to take a moment just here to talk about EDDMs. So a lot of people think that direct mail doesn't work anymore, and that's far from the truth. Just what happens is most people don't properly implement it. So if you take let's say 2,000 people in your neighborhood, or let's do 3,000 people in your neighborhood. And you send one EDDM out, and then you get angry that only one person called in. It's because it's executed wrong. People need to see your advertising, your marketing, messaging, different reasons, 6 to 7 different times. So if you really wanted to get the best ROI, you'd have to invest a significant amount of money in sending out 6 to 7 of these different EDMs to these 3,000 or 5,000 people, the same 3,000 or 5,000 people in the area with whatever service or product that you're pushing. And be patient. Again, some of these traditional methods are more expensive than other methods in the digital world, but again, you're able to include a lot more personalization in an EDDM. You're able to hit the same people, you know where they are. Who's to say that one day you don't have a job in one of those neighborhoods and you can take advantage and knock on their door and say hi again and give them some candy or a box of, I don't know, whatever the case may be. At least you're creating that you're building that relationship and things like that, and you're getting in front of the same people, which is trackable through EDDM. Cold calling is another one. Telemarketing. Although we're not super fans of this, it's still very effective in certain industries over other ones. Usually where it's companies that are very transactional. So let's say real estate, debt collectors, healthcare, insurance. Cold calling tends to work a lot better. But if you're B2B, it's a lot more difficult because you have to build the relationship a lot more, right? And then B2B are getting bombarded with things all the time. So again, telemarketing is another option. It can be very, very lucrative and it provide very high ROI, but again, it depends on the industry, and you generally see better ROIs on transactional industries versus B2B. For us, at our company, at Awareness Business Group, we thoroughly enjoy going to trade shows. For us, it's been one of the most impactful and helpful offline marketing techniques that we've done, because people invest in our team as much as we invest in entrepreneurs, right? We've recently declared that we only want to work, not only, but we tend to want to work with people that want to join the 6% Club, right? And 6% Club is only 6% of businesses ever make $1 million in sales per year plus, right? So it's a very small fraction, because those are that serious, dedicated, they're willing to invest in whatever it takes so they can become at least $1 million, if not even more. And trade shows for us have been incredibly amazing, because we're B2B, and people need to interact with us and not giving a keynote speech before, and get to really have these one-on-one consultations in real time with a bunch of people or a group of people, and it's very, very impactful. Even if we don't break even all the time on our trade shows, it ends up paying itself off later on down the road, because then people discover us through somebody that did business with us, and they refer them to us. But we would have never got that referral had we not met them at the trade show and helped them build their cosmetic business or their art business or their fashion or transport and logistic type thing. So really take the opportunity for tangible product businesses. Trade shows are even better than service-based businesses, I think, at least. And that's been my experience in both service and tangible product business, because I've been to trade shows for both. And I think tangible products are no-brainer. Service businesses, obviously it's good for most service business, but again, they can be very expensive. I think our last trade show cost us about $35,000, or the last two trade shows, we went back to back. We had the Experience in Las Vegas, and the week after that we had the SBE, the Small Business Expo in Los Angeles, and that's where I gave a keynote speech on automation and how to 10x your business and all this type of stuff. So again, trade shows are really fantastic. You can meet a lot of people, you can do a lot of great things. Networking is important, and again, the whole point is don't skip off on offline marketing. If you're shy, if you're scared, if you're not good with people, you have to learn to step out of your comfort zone. You don't have to like it, but you have to get to the point to where you can do it and it's going to be okay and you know it's worth it. And if worst comes to worst, find somebody that can represent your company on your behalf, so that maybe you don't have to do it as much, but they can be that rep or the trade show person or the door-to-door person where they maybe excel better in people skills and they're not as shy. But still, the best way to do it, you as a CEO, as the owner of your company, you need to do it. And it's not easy. It wasn't easy for me when I first started years ago, but now give me a mic and I'll sit and talk in front of 300,000 people, right? And I'll be fine. In terms of digital marketing now, it doesn't mean you stop digital marketing. Both of them need to simultaneously work hand in hand. Digital marketing takes longer time. Traditional marketing can be faster. How should I say this? Digital marketing on most aspects takes longer, with the exception of maybe paid advertising. Maybe email marketing can be somewhat quicker. But again, there's nothing faster than literally knocking on someone's door after doing a job as a service business, right? And knocking on the neighborhood doors. Nothing's gonna be faster than that. Nothing, because you're there and they can see you, they can touch you, they can shake your hand. And then last but not least, just to finish this video up, marketing is, how do I say this? Requires very persistent and intelligent strategy. Don't get flustered. Don't get angry if things don't pop right the first month. It takes a long time, because remember, you're competing with millions of other companies out there for the same audience, and you have to make sure that your messaging sticks out, that you're able to penetrate, and you'll be able to provide better value and insight and helpful educational and implementable information to your audiences over your competitors. And this is a slow and steady wins the race. We see a lot of people that just want to be like, oh, I want output. I want to do 100,000 emails a day or a month. And shit. It's like, yeah, this would be ideal for everybody. But if you want people to see your email messages, they go in the inbox. If you want people to actually take you serious, then make sure you slow and steady, right? And then day by day, you slowly increase the amount of output, whether it's online or offline, so you're not going to spam, or so you're not annoying people, and so you can perfect the pitch and what your offerings are. But again, lesson is, be patient. If you're not patient, quit business, right? I'm serious. A lot of people are impatient. I myself have been guilty of that, and especially if you look at a bank account and you're like, oh no, we barely have any money. I know. Be patient. It'll work out. As long as you're doing things that represent your why, your vision, right? Your mission. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Your business will eventually become successful if you're providing a service people love, or a product that people want and solves, a problem. So again, thank you everybody for taking the time to watch this video. Always push yourselves, get out of your comfort zones. That's the only way to grow. And subscribe to our channel, leave any comments in the section. We'll respond when we can. And once again, we appreciate everybody that takes the time to watch our videos. Thank you and have a great day.